All right, so before we start, there's some information that needs to be given before we jump in on everything. Number one, when shit is posted on the internet, it is available for everyone. Of course it is. Like, it's nothing new. If it's out there, everyone can use it, right? This is not about that. This is more specifically about a content creator, a bigger creator, that has been over me like a freaking hawk on everything I'm doing. When I post something, he does it similar. When I make a guide about something, he literally checks it out the day after on his stream. And then he makes also a guide about it. All the freaking time for years. Now, this is not something that has been happening 1-2 times. This has literally been ongoing for years. Now, okay, do that. But have you guys ever seen any kind of credit with my name on that he has done? If this person has a heart, he should literally go out and come clean about what he has done. Especially now when we're going to go into number 2. Since there are viewers out there that will tunnel vision this video, you will try to find like timestamps here and there, some seconds here and there. We're going to be like, oh, look at this guy said, haha, lol, what the fuck, and stuff like that. You're going to take it out of context instead of looking at the entire video as whole. You're going to try to find some bad things here and there about what I'm saying and what I'm showing. And the question is, why would you do that? Well, number one, people follow him. He's a bigger creator. People have some kind of bond to him. People have met him, you know, stuff like that. So it's going to be hard to actually understand what is shown and try to have the closed eye instead. Now, we all saw what happened with the tweet that I did the other day. People went in like freaking hyenas on it. So that's why I'm saying it one more time. If this person has a heart, he should definitely come out and come clean and admit what he has done so we can take it from there and see what we can do about it. So now this is to you. What if the person sitting here was someone that is very special for you? What if this was one that is a relative or someone you really like, someone you really care about, and this happened to that person? What would you say then? Anyway, let's move on. Number 3. Now, this video has nothing to do with money, nothing to do with how I want to be seen or anything like that. Now, before you start laughing and be like, haha, whatever, I'll tell you why. First things first, I'm banned on AdSense. Banned on AdSense means you don't get a single kroner, a single dollar on anything you show on YouTube. I've been banned since 2012. I've been doing these videos because it's fun, nothing else. So making a video like this, well, look at the like-dislike ratio. Look at it right now and then ask yourself again, am I actually doing this because I want people to like me? I want them to be seen? All right, now we come to number 4. Now, since I saw those hyenas on the Twitter, this has nothing to do with World of Warcraft news that we're talking about when it comes to content. It has nothing to do with anything that has been data mining. This is literally stuff where you have to be in the game, in the PTR or beta, whatever it is, and spend several hours for several days for anything that you want to do research about to figure out how things are working. I'm not popping up like something here and something there. My guys, it's about stuff and how it works and figure out ways to farm different things or way to gear up in a fast way and stuff like that. So you have to do a lot of research in order to do that. So when I'm doing all these things and see how it works and stuff like that, and suddenly he pulls out something about from his ass that he has done for like 10-20 minutes and he has figured out how everything works that took literally several hours and weeks to figure out, that doesn't go into my brain. He's literally playing TTS every stream and 1 to 2 hours of PTR a week. That's what he's doing. And I've even been saying on the streams that he plays TTS off screen. Number 5, which is one of the most important ones. The way he has responded towards this, when I'm actually telling him to stop doing what he's doing, instead of reaching back, talk about it, discuss about it, see where the problem is, and take it from there, he has been insulting me. He has been insulting my stream. He has been insulting my website. He's been insulting all my content. So if a person tells you to stop doing something, instead of talk to the person as a grown-up man, he shuts the door and wants to talk shit about the person instead. And not only that, he's been manipulating his viewers about what the situation has been. He's been manipulating his other friends, content creators, how the situation has actually been. He's been giving them a certain point of view that is literally a tunnel on how it actually looks. Number 6. There are people that has been feeling the same way, the other content creators that has been feeling the same way and been through the same that I've been through from MrGM. And then question is, but why have they not come out? Why have they not told everyone about what is actually happening? Well, I'm going to tell you why they haven't told them about it. Because doing something like this, like sitting right here and talking about all this shit, is ruining your career. Now you might think, what about my career? I'm going to tell you about my career. My career is that I have a PhD in genetic immunology, which means I'm a fucking pro when it comes to genetics and immune system. I'm a teacher and I'm a scientist. That is my career. This stuff is my hobby. So if there's anyone that should come out and tell the world what he's been doing, I'm the one that should do that. Now, all that said, I'm going to tell you a story, so let's start the whole thing. All right. Now, I got to read quite a lot when I say these things because I wrote them down. I don't want to miss anything. I want everything to literally be on the video. So, back in Shadowlands, that's when I saw this person for the first time on stream. He seemed like a nice guy. I followed him and I subbed to him. When I subbed, I noticed there was a weird reaction. Not a thank you or anything, just a shocked face. I didn't think more of that at that time. You know, people are different in the world. People react different. People are who they are. It is what it is. So, since this person is doing similar things as me, I thought it was super cool that I can watch someone that is doing the same stuff as me and maybe we can figure stuff out together. What I started noticing was that he was not happy when people told him things, not only me telling other people as well on the chat, about PTR stuff. Now, I found it very odd because this is not a new game that is out and you don't want any backseaters to tell you this and this and that. This is literally something that is on testing. We're trying to figure out how things are working, what is new and stuff like that, right? For example, when I do it on my stream, I love when people come to me and be like, oh, Mo, did you see this? Did you see that? Oh, then we do stuff together and figure stuff out together and stuff like that. So I thought it was very odd that he reacted that way. After some time, I also noticed one major thing, which is the core. When I found something on PTR and checked how it worked and put a lot of time and effort and a lot of trials and errors to see how this works and finally made a guide about it, once I published it, and only once I published it, the day after, or if I did it during the weekend after, because he doesn't stream on weekends, the weekend after, he started looking at the exact same things on his stream. And also saying all the time, wow, no one has checked this. No one has mentioned this. And every time he says that, he goes into Wowhead and uses Wowhead as a reference that they haven't checked this. So when I saw this over and over, I saw through him. I saw through what kind of play he plays. So I unsubbed and thought, fuck this guy. The more time went by, the more I saw his name popping up on my Twitter feed. I don't even follow him. And many times I saw the different tweets, I was like, wait, what? That kind of reaction I got. Because it was always like after I publish something, I see these things. So I started watching his stream again. And it was the same pattern as before. After I published a guide or something new that I found on PTR, he started to look at it on his stream, stating the same stuff. No one checked this and continued with his tweets. This pattern continued over and over into Dragonflight as well. 23rd February this year. Dragonflight has been out for a while. I previously published a guide on Artisan Curios, which took many days on stream to find and figure out with several people that has been on the stream as well, with me, helping each other out to figure out how things are working. This took loads of time to figure out. Eventually, the guide came out. Now, this has been in a very long time on the PTR about Artisan Curios. But the day after I published it, MrGM tweets that he's gonna go live and he will check exactly this thing, the Artisan Curios. And not only that, he literally figures all out in literally 20 minutes. That took us days to figure out together on the stream. So, when he did that tweet, he says, checking out the new profession things and what on earth they're doing for Within Reach. All right, that was the first time where I wrote to him and said, stop it. Just stop it. It's getting way too obvious now. So what did he do? He went in on his stream, he showed my website and insulting it. That's what he did. Some days later, it continued, and after spending loads and loads of hours and days on the PTR, figure things out, he still continued doing the same things. So I sent him a tweet. I wrote, how unfucking usual that you always find these things someday after I publish them. Good job, man. Good fucking job. What a hero. And people call you the guy that finds stuff in WoW. More like the fakest cunt in WoW. And then I had another tweet because when I wrote this stop it to him the first time, he was insulting my website. He was saying that he doesn't even know who I am at all. So I tweeted this as well. You've been actually defending yourself saying that you never know who I was when I called you out last time about this. Then why the fuck you got images on your YouTube video that I've taken? You never check other WoW content creators? Fuck off, you hypocrite. And that tweet was when he banned me. And of course, I banned his ass back. Now, the Blizzard community manager contacts me, asks me to take down this tweet because I'm publicly insulting another WoW content creator using such a foul language. Now, it's not only about WoW content creator, it's about that I was in the WoW partnership and he's there as well. It's all about that both of us are in there, so I shouldn't insult him. I totally respected that and I took it down. I told the entire story to the community manager and the community manager said they will look into this. So this was in end of April. The day after, I sent another message to the community manager. And I sent a message that MrGM has been insulting me on his stream. Because after the recent tweet, he insulted me back. And he also laughed and said that he was the one that made sure that Blizzard will tell me to take down the tweet. So I sent this to the community manager, what he's been doing. So instead of the community manager to say something like, okay, we will need to solve this, instead she said that I should contact Twitch about this. So when I insulted him, I had to take it down directly. When he insulted me back, I should contact Twitch about it, according to the community manager. Alright, it was also around this time where I published on WoW partner Discord that people should respect other people's research and content creation and stop taking grant of them and using them. And if you are, you should at least refer. And instead of trying to climb over each other, we should hold hands and help each other out. I didn't mention any name or anything like that on that message I did on Discord. So I thought if I do this, maybe, just maybe, MrGM will stop. Now we are in summer this year. It kept going. It never stopped. The same freaking tape recorder over and over. I thought, shit, man, I need to stop him doing this shit. Like, enough is enough. So I wrote on my website, you're more than welcome to use any information for your own content, but please refer. For content creators such as MrGM, it's wrong and ethical. And I thought if I do something like this, maybe he would freaking stop. So what did he do instead? He went in on the stream, didn't show this, but start talking shit about my content, about my website, that it's so old school, and start laughing about it, and so on. So, when I had this thing on the website, some other creators saw it before I removed it. And actually, one of the creators contacted me and said I should take it down because it's only going to get worse towards me. And I thought, okay, I listened, I agreed, I took it down. And that was the reason why I took it down. And then another creator contacted me. I'm not going to say the stuff over, of course, but it says, just wondering, what have they stolen from your content? As I don't think many people know if these allegations were true. I wrote, hi, sorry, I didn't see the message earlier. There are many things, and I can make a full document about it. But I just wonder if it's worth it with the time and effort. What can be done? I removed the names on the website the same day because a YouTube friend told me it will only make it worse against me. Which it did by those two people. Especially MrGM trash talked my content on the last stream since then. Not mentioning any name though, because he's smart about it. But many viewers in the chat knew. And he wrote back, to be honest, you're probably right. It makes it worse. The only thing it will do is to bring more attention to it, but what comes after that, I'm not sure. So might be best to leave it. Nonetheless, that's up to you. What you're saying is conflicts with what MrGM has said though. He mentioned that he's completely unaware of you. He also mentioned he's going to sort it out behind the scenes, so perhaps he reached out already. I hope it gets worked out. Now, in this message, there are 3 important things. Number 1, needs to be proof. I never thought that I had to prove this. I I just want him to freaking stop. I tried different angles for him to understand what he's doing and just fucking stop it. But now I need proof. Number 2, MrGM said that he's completely unaware of me, which is very funny. Because why is he using images on his YouTube that comes from me? He's literally unaware of me. And everything that has been happening since February, apparently he's totally unaware of me. And number 3, MrGM did not contact me to sort this out behind the scenes. MrGM has never contacted me. All right. Also midsummer, the WoW Partner Program had an event to celebrate the 10.1.5 patch and the new Mega Dungeon. MrGM tweeted about it when he was having it, and a print screen from the World of Warcraft original website. And this image also shows other creators. Now, my name was written above his name. He physically edited the original image and removed my name from that list. Okay, a little bit end of July-ish. Another creator found out that you can buy Scarab Vault keys from the vendor in the Forbidden Reach and tweeted about it. This is what MrGM did, which shows in what way he finds things and tweet about it as if he's the founder. Zero credit to the founder.
Oh, do you know what I did here? I heard a vicious rumor, chat. I heard a vicious rumor about something. You ready? I'm going to tweet about it in a minute as well. Let's go over to the Forbidden Reach. You can buy keys for 50 supplies. But I'm tweeting about it right now. You can now buy Scarab Vault keys. Is it 50? Dragon supplies? That's so cheap.
Here we have back-to-back tweets I made about Warcraft Rumble, and this was before they released Warcraft Rumble into Sweden and many other countries. For some reason, I was very lucky that I could still play Warcraft Rumble through the beta. And what I did was that I tweeted about it, and I streamed about it, etc. And I wrote like, oh shit, I can do this. This is so weird that I can do this, and you know, that it's still closed and stuff like that. And then on my stream, I asked the Swedish people if they can actually go in, and they couldn't. So it turned out it was like more or less just me. Now that said, let's watch the next one.
Because we were just talking about it yesterday, and you guys, some of the guys didn't even know it was out, like on soft launch. So I thought it'd be really good, but I don't know. I mean, it's out in Sweden. I think they opened up Sweden yesterday. I saw a few tweets yesterday about that. I think so, anyway.
The next one we're going to look at is about that he's tweeting that people have serious issues that they actually log out and switch to incognito or whatever to watch people stream. And I think that is very, very funny because that's literally what he's doing to my streams. A lot of things I do I always put on YouTube as well, so we're going to take a look at those videos and some clips from there. And Sandstone Drake is there. Hear me out. We know that in Dragonflight, you can activate so that if you drag a ride and you're in a party with someone, they can ride with you, right? You'll turn into a dragonling, like a dragon baby, and just fly with you, right? Now, hopefully it's gonna be the same when you are in Candle. Now, what if you turn into a Sandstone Drake, someone jumps up and rides with you, and you have it activated so that someone can actually ride with you? So that would be 2 players can ride along that. That would be really cool. That would be like the first dragon ever where more than one player can ride along. Purple Blood Firehawk. Firehawks is...
Yeah, we go back, 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 take it on back, we go back, we go back, we go back, take it on back, we go back, we go yeah, we go back, take it on like Bush and Saddam. I'ma find out where M lied is hiding.
I forgot about the mind control. I thought we just had to hit them out of it. I guess not. Oh, the Nightwing. Oh yeah, where you transformed into it. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, that was sick actually. The most curious one to me, right, is they're adding the Sandstone Drake as a dragon riding mount. So does that mean that you can ride on someone's back while they dragon ride? How's that gonna work?
The new Transmode packs? Shit, man. Did anyone buy it? don't lie, man. Don't lie to me. I know you bought. Did you get your extra 200 tenders? All this stuff about that this is not good, this is not good. 80%.
We go back, we go back, back, we go back, we go back, we go.
Yeah, go buy some trading tender. Did anyone in the chat buy the traders tender, by the way? The 200 tendies for 450? Any of you guys buy it? Be honest with me. Don't lie to me.
That we're getting reputation, that 50% extra buff. And I was talking about, okay, but that means that we need to check it out, how it looks with Soridormi on 10.1.5. And that reputation. And I talk about like what that could mean with the launch of 10.1.5, if it comes or it doesn't come.
Okay, let's try again. Oh yeah, the Winds of Sanctuary. I forgot about that.
Look now, no one's even mentioning it on chat.
That probably affects the new rep as well, doesn't it? I would imagine. Time rep.
They gave us the reputation on Soridormi. So further up I wrote, okay, they gave it to us. That means it should come before 11th of July. After 11th of July.
We go back, 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 we go back. Who be in the club, room off, pop in the bubbly, get ugly, I hug the closely. But usually used to see you bouncing on some freak, trying to ride my I can handle it, long as they manage to get they in front of my and dance the bigs for more chance of catching hate from a glance.
Do we have an actual release date? No. I feel like it's going to come when the Winds of Sanctuary ends. I think that day, that whatever it is, like it ends on a Tuesday, right?
Okay, so after all this time, after everything I tried to do, he continued. So this was the first time I contacted him personally. I wrote to him the following on Discord. I asked you since a long time ago to stop stealing my content. You ignored it time after time. Then I tweeted calling you a cunt. Blizzard did not like that and asked me to remove it. I did that by respect. You trash talked me on your stream, as if you made them do that and laughed at me. I called you out to stop stealing content on my website. What did you do? You trash talked my website. Instead of stop stealing my content, you trash talk about me. Now, I'm telling you this personally, since you always show he just wants attention card. Stop stealing my fucking content. Do your own work. You are called a content creator. Then be one, not a content stealer. So for the last fucking time, stop it. He did not answer me back. Instead, he did this.
He's dealing with some fucking prick. It's thrown me for a loop now because he's such a fucking prick. Yeah, I had to block him. Yeah, I thought I'd blocked them everywhere, but apparently not on Discord, so I had to do that too. I really don't want to communicate with fucking losers, to be honest. I just want them to leave me alone. Oh, there's some dickheads out there, man. There's some real dickheads out there. But hopefully they shut the fuck up eventually and leave me the fuck alone, because I don't care.
If a person says, stop stealing my content, and the answer is, leave me alone, I don't care, what does that mean? If a person says, stop stealing my content, and the answer is, I don't communicate with losers, what does that mean? If a person says, stop stealing my content, and the answer is, don't want to respond, just want it to go away, what does that mean? Literally a day after, now remember, that was the only time I messaged him. The day after, he goes out on his stream and starts insulting me again, and starts saying that I have been contacting him several times and several DMs, and I've been like over him in a certain way and making me look like the bad guy in this whole situation. Of course, he's trying to like build up some kind of lie and manipulation because he doesn't even say what it's all about. He just says that I have been messaging him several times, DMing him several times, and insulting me.
I've had enough of dickheads for this week, man. It's fucking annoying. Like, I'm just trying to get on and do my own shit. And I'm like, just getting like fucking DMs and shit from fucking complete dickheads. I'm just trying to do my own shit. Just leave me alone. Like, seriously. And it's like a dickhead that I've blocked everywhere as well, and continues to view my shit. What a fucking freak.
And then we have an article that ChromieDE writes about in his website that you can actually unlock Scarlet. And the same morning from nowhere, MrGM does a video directly on it and also streams about it. No credit at all to the founder. And the funny thing is, he always put these peaks in all the time saying like, it's not about who's first, it's about like who has the best type of content. Which is quite funny when it comes to this.
I've never made a video so fast in my life, by the way. It's such a short video, but I thought like it would be pretty important.
Okay, next one we got. I sent a DM to the community manager and I wrote following. This information is about that I even know beforehand how something will turn out because it's always the same story. And now you will witness it live when it comes. These tweets are typical tweets that he has watched my guide and also meaning that he's doing the same guide. He always starts with something that might not be correct in my guide. Now this tweet doesn't mean anything yet. He writes, I hope we get some clarity on how many campaign and side quests will be available week 1 of Guardians of the Dream. I don't think what we currently have on PTR will all be there on the first week. And then next stream, the Super Bloom World Event 10.2 no longer gives reputation on completion. You'll get 1000 Dream Wardens rep from completing the weekly Super Bloom quest though. And to continue on what I wrote, any day now, a guide will come out from him that has to do with reputation with Dream Wardens. Same as I've done, where I have gone in depth on how you can gain reputation in detailed numbers. As usual, he will state indirectly on his video something bad about my guide without mentioning any name, and that his guide is better because it doesn't have that bad thing that he thinks. Time-wise, it took 3 to 4 hours per day for approximately 18 days to figure out my reputation guide that I always did on stream. He plays ATT on live, retail, all day on his streams, and Jama PTR some hours a week. As mentioned, this information is a heads up what's coming. And then I showed the video of the guide that I made on how you can gain reputation in all different ways and how fast you can actually get them on the first week later on. Well, there it is. All the research I've been doing, 3-4 hours a day for 18 days in order to make the video guide, he made in some hours. An exact copy. Now, if you look at these two video guides, they're very, 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 very similar. Some day later, MrGM posts reputation farming locations and waypoints. Now, if you look at my guide that I did 14th of October, so more than a week before, it was exactly that way. Reputation farming locations and the waypoints. Each single one of them. Loads of weeks of research to find all this out, while this person plays TTS on the stream all day every day and says that he does not work weekends and only plays retail in his free time. So then you might wonder, but what have the community manager told me back? Well, nothing. Except for the day when I wrote to the community manager that I'm making a video about this whole thing and what they're going to add in it. That's when the community manager reached me back. Now, the reach back was that they want me to make a document about this whole thing so this person can bring the case to the headquarters. And I said, okay, I'll make that document. Sat with it the same night. The morning after, I got a message from the community manager again saying that it has been brought up now with the headquarters. And my reaction was, okay, I haven't sent you the document. The community manager also states that unfortunately they can't do anything about my claims. Also, they are more or less warning that I should avoid insulting other creators and respect the code of conduct. Because if you fail to do so, you get removed from the WoW partnership status. So here's my answer back. Regarding the content of your message, as there are several points that I find to be inaccurate and questionable. Firstly, I provide you with information not only regarding the theft of my content, but also regarding the repeated instances of insults directly towards me. While you took immediate action upon my initial tweet, it appears that no action has been taken when this individual continues to engage in such behavior towards me. In your response, you advise me to be mindful and avoiding insults and pressure towards other creators, emphasizing the importance of adhering the code of conduct. I want to clarify that the tweet in question was an isolated incident, and I provide information specifically indicating that this individual is the one responsible for such behavior. However, it seems that information has been misconstrued, resulting in misrepresentations of the facts. Furthermore, you mentioned that failure to comply with the code of conduct may lead to removal of WoW partnership status, which is precisely what this individual has been doing. It's disheartening to see that the information I provided has been distorted, falsely implying that I'm the one engaging in such behavior, despite providing evidence of the individual's repeated offenses. The manner in which this situation has been handled reflects poorly on your professionalism, as it is clear that there has been a one-sided approach, favoring a larger creator who happens to have a personal connection with you. Your actions in this matter have been inappropriate and unacceptable. Regarding the evidence, you instructed me to format it in a readable manner before it could be sent to the board. I have dedicated considerable time and effort throughout the day to prepare the evidence as requested. However, I am perplexed by your statement that you have already sent it to the board. This statement contradicts the timeline and raises questions about the nature of the information that was sent. Overall, your message indicates a clear bias from the beginning, neglecting to acknowledge the behavior of the individual in question. I'm left in the dark regarding information you have presented to the board and the manner in which has been conveyed. This lack of impartiality raises concerns of corruption and discrimination. Consequently, I made the decision to withdraw my participation of the WoW Partner Program, as I cannot support an organization that conducts itself in such manner. I will take sure to inform others about the actions of MrGM and the way this matter has been handled, including the treatment I have received. So I left the WoW Partner Program because I don't feel welcome there anymore. A community manager that is a good friend of his and that has neglected more or less everything I've been saying and not even giving me the chance to give the document. Why should I be in that kind of program? I wrote one tweet with an insult that I took down the same day where they reacted towards me. Whereas he has over and over publicly insulted me, insulted my content, insulting my website, insulting everything that has to do with me, and not a single action has been made. Instead, a message where I should more or less just shut up or get kicked out. Well, it's easy. Bye. So now you know. Now you know.